Many of the people in my life are extremely different from me, but they share a common chord. They tell the truth and they know who they are, or they are searching to know who they are. Welcome to Body of Truth. I'm Rebecca Windsor. Body of Truth was born in an effort to suppress my inner voice for years. My life completely exploded and I needed to rebuild from the bottom up. I found that in order to rebuild and make the new changes in my life stick, I needed to create a true muscle memory through my physical body to actually alter the way I was living my life, to make the changes within first, to trust the wisdom of my body and my own intuition. I invite you to listen to your own inner voice and perhaps start a self-inquiry of your own. So last night I was out on the town and had people from very different parts of my life kind of all come together. And sometimes that's worlds colliding and it seems crazy, and sometimes it works beautifully. And in observing all the people I was with, even though they're all very different kinds of people, some conservative, some very outgoing, all very individualistic, right? So what I was noticing is the things that we share. What do we share? And so what I shared initially is I am always drawn to people that are either firmly just themselves, they've already done the work to just identify who they are and who they're not, or they're seekers always seeking to know themselves more. If you're someone that's very complacent with being asleep, I have no interest. I can't even manage, I can maybe manage, they probably think I'm an asshole because I can maybe be polite, but I cannot bear to waste my time with someone who needs the status quo to inform how they're going to live, who allows fear to be their defining factor in their lives. I reject that. I won't live there, and I cannot remain there for long. I would also say that a lot of what I saw around me last night, obviously it was a happy occasion, but there's joy. Some people get very self-conscious of feeling joy. They feel like, oh, let's keep it inside. Let's look cool. No, too cool for school is the opposite of me. The more joyful and ridiculous in joy you are being, the more I enjoy your joy. So that's another thing that I was able to observe and just take in everyone's level of personal enjoyment. So what I'm asking you to do today is two things. I want you to look inside yourself and feel in your body when I talk about these things, like your values, what's extremely important to you. I'd like you to name two, and then I'd like to ask where you feel them. Is it something like personal truth and it makes you sit up straight? Is it love and you feel warm and you can feel your blood flowing? So that's my first question. And then I also ask you, in your mind's eye, think about the people in your intimate circle. What do they embody that's like or unlike you? Is your circle helping you expand, or is your circle keeping you contracted? Are you surrounded by people that are pessimists, that are living in a complete cloud of fear when you're struggling to free yourself of that? So these are the challenges and the questions that I issue to you today. One is to locate your own central values that move you and project you forward, or really just kind of light you up. Identify them, call them out. And then look at your immediate surroundings, because often the people that we are with are our mirror, for better and for worse. There was definitely a time in my life where my mirrors were incredibly hard to look at. They were the worst in me, the most nihilistic, self-destructive tendencies. And now they are joyful, they are imperfect, but seeking. And as I have changed those mirrors, my own circumstances change with my own inner work. So, sometimes you can build your new life from the outside in. Let yourself get rid of what's not working. Add the good stuff and let the other stuff fall away. Don't let it just be habit that lets it remain there. So again, that's a lot there, but let's start with our values in ourselves and our bodies, and where our values are reflected or not reflected in those around us. I hope this was helpful. As always, if you did find it helpful, I ask you to subscribe or share this video with someone that you think could benefit. You can click the link below to sign up for my newsletter, where I am even more explicit than I am here. And I upload every day, and I will see you tomorrow.